So now we are going to see one of the topic in the SSRS. Like, okay, we created the reports, right? Then who is going to see the reports? Like, for whom we are creating reports? Basically, we are creating reports for the end users. Okay, we are creating reports for the end users, not for us. We are creating reports for the end users. Okay, so now, okay, we have created reports for end users. Okay, we are done. We are cool. We don't have any issue. Done. But how they are going to access the reports? See, the end users are not going to access the report like this. See, I have created a report, I have preview, I got the data. So they don't know nothing about this. They don't know anything about this. Okay, then they are not here because they are not developers. Mostly the users, vice president, they don't know anything with the SSRS. The only, and it should be easy for them to do. So for this purpose, so in order to have in order to see the reports, what you need to have? You need to have SSRS, right? So you need to be you need to have the SSRS installed on the machine, and after that you need to forward this solution, and then they will run this. And here there are lot of chances, like now if they want they can edit, right? If they want they can edit this report like that. So there are many issues with this. There are many issues with this. So if they want they can edit, and so there are like couple of things, right? So in this scenario, and they don't know how to, again you need to give it, you need to train them with all the SSRS stuff and that all things. So basically we will not do anything what we did. So for the end users, what we are going to do, we are not at all going to do anything, just there is a browser, SSRS browser. So we deploy the browser there, and the end users are going to access the reports from there. Okay, so now in order to use the in order to access the SQL Server reporting services browser, what you are going to do is that you are going to type the URL. Basically you don't know what is a URL, right? And so for that purpose, click on the SQL Server. There is a one thing called SQL Server reporting configuration. So I'll go to the search, I'll write config. When I write the config, I will be getting multiple things here. See, somewhere you will be seeing SQL Server configuration manager. Okay, it will be having something reports one. Yeah, you got here reporting services configuration manager. Okay, when I click that, it will ask me okay run. Now when I click the reporting service integration configuration manager, because now I am having two instances, one is a SQL server and another is a SQL server 2012. So currently I will take SQL server because we don't have anything in the SQL server. Click connect. Okay, now when I click connect, I will be getting this window. Now here after that, there is a web service URL. Okay, and there is one more called report manager URL. What is a report manager URL and what is a web service URL? Okay, so basically report manager URL is a URL that you will be using to develop. Both are same, report manager URL and web service URL, with both point to the same place. When I click on this, now see, it will open my reports, because currently I think on this server I don't have any reports. I think it will take some time. Just I will click that. See, it is a HTTP, my system name, that is my server name / reports. Okay, when I click this, I will be getting that one. I think it takes some time. And there is one more thing here. What is this web service URL? Web services URL, basically the thing is that we will be deploying the reports to one place. Let's say when you install a SQL Server instance, at the same time you will also install a SQL Server reporting server browser, reporting services browser. So in order to deploy the reports, you will be using this path, and in order to see the reports, you will be using the report manager URL. That's it. Both are same, both are to the same point. For deploying, you can't use this report manager URL. Okay, for deploying you need to use a web service URL. See, when I have the report manager URL, that is a Baddams _ reports, I got this one. If I use, instead of reports, if I use report server, I think, yeah, I got it. See, and you can see the same thing, both are same. See, Baddams report server and Baddams reports. That's it. The difference between is that report server you will be using for deploying. So I'll just copy this. Okay, Yeah, same thing for other versions also. It's the same thing for other versions. Everything is same. See here, report server, just control C. This is for deploying. And if I remove the server and make the reports into reports, then just only reports. And then I click that is for the deploying. Sorry, this is for the viewing, where if you keep Baddam / report, that is for the seeing the reports. If I have the report server, that is for the deploying. Remember always. Now see, I will go to this browser, sorry, my SSRS Visual Studio, click on the SQL Server training, go to the properties. Now here in this one, I will just copy and paste the report server, that is it. Click here. Okay, this is for deploying. I can't give reports. When I use the reports, right, click up, okay, I have given the reports, right. I'll again see the properties, see reports. We are going to discuss this about all this folder. Just only reports I have given. Click OK. Now if I try to deploy this, right click on deploy. See, I'll be having somewhere, I'll be getting some error. Deploy started. See, you can see at the bottom, deploy started. Yeah, see, the specified report server URL Baddam's report could not be found, because but when I have the report URL, I can see that one, right. When I go to Internet Explorer, when I see that, I can see that some reports, but when I given that reports there, it is showing that URL cannot be found. That's the thing. So always you will not use the reports. Everything. So whenever you install the SQL Server, so it is a standard format. Okay, it is a standard format to have this way. You will have the server name / and after that you will have the reports for the viewing the reports, and report server is for the deploy. That's it. Everything will have the same format, report server and reports. Only the thing before this one, this item changes. That's it. Only the HTTP and this server name changes, but reports and report server will be same for everything. Okay. So now what I will do, I will click on the report server, I will get this window. In the report server you can't see the reports, we are going to see that. So now what I will do, just right click on the SSRS training, go to the properties. Here instead of the reports, I will give reports server. Okay, done. Click / done. Now see, I am not changing anything. I am not changing data sets, I am not changing data source, I am not changing the target report folder path. I am not at all changing them. Okay. Click apply, click OK. Just I have changed only the report URL. See, once again I am showing. Go to the properties. Here you can see the report server URL. That's it. Now see, when I right click and do the deploy, the permissions Baddams are insufficient for the performing this operation. So what I will do, I will just close this. Okay. Go to the start panel. I will start that reports integration size that Visual Studio as an administrator. That is the data tools. I will right click on the data tools, run as an administrator. Yes. View, start page. SSRS training. Now right click on this, see the properties whether it's saved or not. Okay, it got saved. Now I'll deploy. Right click on this, deploy. See, it is deploying. See, deploying data sets, that all the stuff. It deploys step by step. See, deploying reports. See, one by one report. You can see SSRS training charts. Under SSRS folder, a charts report is deployed. A dynamic report is deployed. EMP. See, everything is showing that invalid SP, because I think we might have done some deleted some report. We might have deleted some store procedure or something. So that's why it is showing some invalid SP. Okay. So let's see that the definition of the report SP is invalid. Let's see. Succeeded one. Oh, one failed. Okay, build one, succeeded one failed. Yeah, everything got deployed. Only one. This is the only one issue we got it. Okay. Apart from this, other reports are deployed. Only one report. I think this report got deployed because of some issue. I'll just delete this this one. Okay. So again, what we do? We again redeploy that one. Again, we'll redeploy. Let's see whether we get this error now or not. Yeah, one succeeded, there is no fail. Previously there is one fail, right? Previously there is one fail. I think it got removed. Previously there is a fail, there is no succeed, but now it is succeeded. Okay, done. Now I will go to this one. Now when I refresh it again, now you can see all the folders here, 3 folders. One is a data source folder, and there is a data sets, and there is a SSRS training. But when I click this SSRS training, I can see all the reports, but when I click this, let's see this. Yeah, okay. So when I click the charts, right, what is happening? It will run, and whatever the output is there, I will get the output here. See, whatever the output I get by running the charts here, I will be getting. See the output for the charts, what I am getting here, right? Or else I can do it in this way. I will just close this one, top one. Yeah, see, when I see the preview, whatever the output I am getting that output. See here, 185, 140, 140 to 200, this one, right? You can see the same thing here also in the browser. 185, 140, 140, the same thing. Whatever thing you are getting the same thing here, right? That is a one way to do. But normally we are not going to run the reports from this way. We are not at all going to use this way to run the reports. Okay, you can run, but it's not a good looking one, right? So basically what we'll do, we'll give the server name / reports. That's it. When I give the reports, automatically I will be forwarding to here. See, automatically I got all the things. So what are data source, what are data sets, and what's the SSRS training. When I click the reports and when I see the properties, here, now you can see this is my report path. Okay, under the report path, the data sets are stored under the data sets folder, the data source are stored under the data source folder, and the target, all my reports are stored under the SSRS training folder. That's it. Okay, all of my reports are stored under the SSRS training. Now you can see the same thing, all my reports are stored under SSRS training. See, all my reports, and all my data sets are stored here, and all my data sources are stored here. And one more thing, so these data sets and data source, which data sets and which data source are going to stored here means only the data sets which you are given as a shade. Okay, so let's say, see, in the charts you got the 3 data sets, right? Company data set, but the company data set is not stored here. See, when I click here, you can't see the company data sets here. So there is no company data set, because the data, that folder will store only the data sets that are shaded. The shaded data sets and the data source that are shaded, only that one only will be saved there. Okay, only that data sets and that data source are saved. Now when I click SSRS training, now here, see, when I click charts, automatically the report will. So for the users, what we are going to do is that we are going to give this as a permission for the users. We are going to provide permission this one to the users, not the other stuff. Okay, we are going to we are going to give access to this one, for this one, and then users are going to type the URL on the browser, and then they are going to run the reports. That's it. Okay, I got it. So whatever they want, if they want to do a save it as a PDF or Excel, whatever they want, they will be doing. I think we got something like parameters, right? When I click the parameters, see, I got the reports. Okay, so like you can play around with them. Whatever the report you want, the users just give the URL, and the users will go to the URL and they run. See, now there is no need for you to do anything, right? There is no need for you to use the SQL Server, SSRS reporting services. There is nothing for you to train the users also to use the SQL Server reporting services. That's it. There is nothing to train for them. The only thing you need to train is that how the users are going to access this to the browser, and at the same time how they are going to run the reports. That's it. And there is no need for you to install this one, right? There is no need for you to install SQL Server reporting services on the machine. Nothing. The only thing is that you need to give this browser path to them. That's it. Okay. See, now one more thing, I'll just copy this path. What I'll do, I'll add in my this browser also. I'll show you what is the security. http see users Baddam Bhaskar Reddy does not require permissions, does not have required permissions. Verify that sufficient permissions has been granted and Windows user account control restrictions has been addressed. When I try to access this from the Chrome, I am not getting, because I don't have required access. I don't have access because for the Internet Explorer I have given the rights as administrator, so that's why I am able to do that. But with the same thing, when I try to do by the Chrome, I am unable to do. So the one thing what I can do is that go to this browser, go to the site setting, okay, click on the security. Now here I will be adding my username, new role assignment. I will be typing my Baddam. So I don't know my username. So what I will do? Click on this. Yeah, this is my user, right? Can I copy it? No, I can't copy it. Okay. I'll just go and I can see in the security, then it will be okay. In the security logins, somewhere, yeah, I got my user ID. Control C, copy. That's it. I'll copy and I'll paste it here. Okay, done. Now I'll give the system administrator. See, view and modify system role assignment, system role definition, system property and shared schedules. View system properties, schedule schedules, and allow use of the report builder other clients that execute report definitions. Whatever you want, I'll give both. Click OK. Now I will be added here. I will be added as administrator at the same time system user. Done. Okay. There are different roles. If you want to create a role, you can create the role. How to create the role is that? So it is on the Baddams, right? I'll just click on this. Here I'll connect the SQL Server reporting services. Here it is only the Baddams. It is not 2012. So Baddams. When I click connect, I'll be connected to the report server. See, here in the security you will be having all the roles. This is the one thing you can use for everything. You will be, so when I click the browser, okay, this browser is having permission to view reports, to view resources, to view folders. There is nothing. It can't manage reports. It can only manage individual subscription. That's it. Only folders, view models. It cannot create a report. It cannot update the report. It cannot create a linked report. See, when you see with the publisher, you will have some different things. See, you can create a linked reports like that. You can create your own role, new role. I'll just give all. He is having all permissions. I think, can we give all permissions? Let's see. So you can manage, you can do whatever you want. Click OK. A new role all is created. Okay, done. We are going to see about the all role later on. Now here see, since I have given administrator permission to my folder, then if I refresh it now, it is done. Click on home. So automatically SSRS training. I'll go to the SSRS training. Click on this manage. Let's see if there is some security issues or not. Security. Here I got added. Yeah, built-in administrators. Okay, done. Click on this. Yeah, you don't user doesn't have any required permissions. Site setting. Oh, I can't see the folders because of that. Yeah, because the folders, I think I don't have access to the folders. That might be the issue. I'll go here, go to the home, folder settings. Yeah, new role assignment, Baddam. Okay, what is the user ID? Control V, done. All, because I created one all role, right? See, now automatically I can see that role. Click OK. Done. Now I can see the folder setting. Now whatever the folder is in, now I can see the folder. Let's refresh this. Yeah, see, that's it. Because previously the site setting is there throughout the sites. Now when I added my security user to the reports, see, when I added my security to that, then I to the folder settings, when I added, automatically I can see the folders now here. Okay, that is what. See, if I delete this, okay, now if I go and refresh this, I can't see them. It will show the permission access. Okay, so like that, for the users, what you are going to do is that you are going to give permissions to individual folder. Let's say what I am going to do, instead of giving the permission to everything, I'll just give only permission to. So see, this is folder settings for entire site. So my user ID is not there. I'll just give permission to this SSRS training, security. Only I'll add my username only here. That's it. Item security, new assignment role, Control V. I'll give all permissions. Okay, done. Done. Now if I refresh it, I'll not be seeing all the 3 folders. It should show me that all now. Okay, we can do this way. New role assignment. I'll give my role. Yeah, we need to add it here. Okay, done. It's taking some time. Click on this, manage, security, edit item security. Okay, I delete my from this folder, Bhaskar Reddy Baddams. Then it is deleted from here. I'll go home, but it might be there in the SSRS training folder. When I manage it, when I see the security, now I can see Bhaskar Reddy Baddam to the SSRS folder level. Okay, but when I go in the data sets, when I see here security, see, I don't have any username added to this, right? That's it. Now what I will do, I'll just go here and refresh it now. See, I can see the data source and SSRS training, but I can't see data sets because I don't have access to the data sets. I have deleted. By default, if you have this is folder setting is at the site level. By default, if you add your user to the folder securities, folder settings, automatically it will be added to all the 3 folders. Automatically, whatever the folders are there in the site, for each folder, see, I didn't add anything to the data sources, right? Automatically, for the data sources also, my username will be added. See, by default. So what I did, I have removed my username from the data sets. So if I click the data sets, I have removed my username here. See, security, I have removed my username. So that's why I cannot see the data sets here. I can see only data source and training. Like this is the way how you are going to provide the security. So what you are going to do normally, suppose there may be different users. You might have created reports from many users. There might be users from finance, there might be users from sales, there might be users from other departments. Okay, like that. So what the thing you are going to do is that you are going to create each folder for each user. For the sales, you are going to deploy the reports in sales folder. For the other reports, like for the finance, you are going to deploy the reports to the finance folder, or others, whatever the folder name you want, you can give it and you will deploy the reports. And one thing you are going to do is that the sales, whoever the users are there for the sales, what you are going to do, on the Windows server, you are going to create one users group. Okay, that users group, you are under that users group, you are going to add all the salespersons people. Okay, and to that folder you are going to give access to that users only. That's it. Okay, so by this you can provide security. So whenever that user logins, you will not be able to see. Let's say, see, when I log in, I am not at all able to see the data sets like this. You can play around with that. Okay, this is at the security level. And when I deploy the reports, so what we have seen, how to deploy the reports, and at the same time how to give the security to the reports. So when you give security to the folder setting, let's say I have deleted all the things. Okay, I have deleted everything. We are going to see, because this is an important thing that you need to worry about, the security issues. I'll delete all the folders. Okay, done, because I want to show it again. Delete it, done. So now what I will do, I'll just go to the folder settings. I'll remove myself from this. Done. Okay, okay, done. I'll go to the home. Done. There is nothing, right? So what I will do, I'll deploy the report. Deploy the report. So it is deploying. So it will show succeeded. Yeah, succeeded. Okay, build once, deployed once, succeeded, 0 failed, 0 skipped. Done. We are good. So all the report, if I refresh it, I'll get all my reports. Now when I click on this folder, see, when I click on this folder, you'll get one arrow down button. Click on the button, click on the manage. You will be getting one thing. When I click on the manage, it's taking me there. I think my server is slow, that's the reason. So now I'll not be able to see them. It will show permission needed because I deleted that there, right? I think I'll just cancel this. Okay, so when you click the manage and security, both are same. When you click the security, you will go to this direct security folder. That's it. When you click the manage, it will show the property also. So I'll go to the security. Here what I am going to do, I can add my security user ID. Okay, that's the one thing. Or else what I am going to do, normally click on the home. See, I'll click the security. See, there is I don't have my username added to this, right? The same thing with other folders also. Data sets, I'll click on this arrow, and when I click on the security, see, here also I don't have my username. Same with the data sources also folder. When I go to the security, I'll not be having my username added. Okay, so now if I add my username to the folder settings means it is my I am giving permission throughout this website. Okay, I am adding my username throughout this website, like throughout the browser. So whatever the folders I have in the browser, I will be having that permissions on that. Okay, new role assignment, I'll add mines. Done. Give all, whatever thing I want, I'll just give all. Click OK. Done. Now mine has been added to the folder settings. Done, right? I am added to the folder setting. Now if I go to the SSRS training, click here, go to the security. By default, see, whatever the folder is there, in all the folders my username will be added by default. So that's the thing you need to remember always. When I give security at the folder level, automatically my username will be added to all the folders on this browser. If I see the data source, to this also automatically by default it will added here. So now what we are going to do normally, so basically if the users don't want, just you are going to click on this and delete it, whichever folder. So now currently I am having security on all the folders, right? I will go here. When I execute it, I can see all the folders here. Now what I will do, I will go to the Internet Explorer. Now I will delete my username here from this. That's it. It's from the which browser? It is a data sources folder. So from the data sources folder, I have deleted my user ID. And when I refresh it now, you will not be seeing the data source folder. See, okay, that is a security thing. Then that you need to worry. So for the users, what you are going to do, you are going to give only the access to the certain folder where they add the reports. Let's say I am having sales, finance and other departments. Let's say I am having sales department, finance department. So, you will give 2 folders. One folder will have the reports for the sales and one folder will have the reports for the finance. That is it. So, what you are going to do? You are going to add the finance users, you are going to create a group for all the finance users and you are going to add that group to the finance folder, and you are going to add all users to some sales group, and that sales group you are going to give access to that sales group. That is it. Okay, that is the security thing. And one more thing you need. Okay, this one we are good. So, what I will do, I will go to the data sources. Here also I will give my revert to parent security. When I click, automatically whatever the access I am having throughout the folder, I will be getting all the permissions, all the users here. See, whoever user is having access at the parent level, that all users will be shown here like that. Okay, this is the one thing. And one more thing you need to worry is that, okay, we are done. So, now I have deployed data source, data sets and SSRS training. My scenario is that I want to deploy this data source and data sets to inside the SSRS training folder. Okay, I do not want to deploy this both separately to the SSRS training, because see, when I deployed, what happening here, when I see the properties, I am creating separate folder for data sets, I am creating separate folder for the data sources and separate folder for the SSRS training. My scenario is that I want the data sets and data sources under the SSRS training folder. I want the data sets and data source under the SSRS training folder. So, how to do that? So, I will delete this. Okay, done. I will delete it, done. We are good. So, now what I am going to do? Click on the SSRS, this one, click on the training. Okay, I got this one, right. I will just copy this training folder, this path of the folder, slash before the data sets, I will just give this, that is it. Automatically I will be all things will be deployed here. See, apply and okay. Okay, it will be deployed. Now, what I want, if I deploy, all reports are going to be deployed, but I do not want to deploy the reports. I just want to deploy the shade, so data source and data set, because already I got the reports there. So, I do not want to deploy the reports again. So, what you are going to do, click on the shade data source. Okay. So, now you are not, click on this one inside the shade data source, click on this data source and deploy. Automatically that one will be deployed. See, succeeded. Okay. Click on this and deploy. You can deploy one by one also. Automatically, see, succeeded. So, now when I see the folder here now, see, I got the data sets folder. When I click the data source folder, I got the 2. Same with the data sets also, because what the system does is that while deploying, it will see that folder name. If the folder name is not there, it will create it. If it is already there, just it will use that one. See, now I am deploying the data sets. Done, succeeded. Now I will not be seeing data sets. If I refresh it, I can see the data sets also. Like that, you can play around with that. Okay. And one more thing is that you can even hide this folder. Okay, I can hide this data sets and data source folder. So, click on this, go to the manage. Yeah, I'll be stopping that. Okay. So, now here you can see, yeah, I'll be stopping. I'll be stopping the video in 2 minutes. So, there is one more thing called hide in title view. See, hide in title view. When I click apply, see, I am hiding the data sources, right. When I click the data source properties and click this, I will be hiding. Now, when I go to the folder, I can't see the data sources. Same with the data sets. Click on the data sets, click on the manage, here ID in the title view and click apply. Automatically it will be done. When I see here, I can't see them. And what is a title view and what is a detail view? See, in the reports at the end, you got one detail view. Detail view is nothing but you will be shown this display. When I click on the title view, see, when I click on this is a title view. Sorry, the previous one is a detail view and this is a detailed view. When I click title view, now I will be getting the title view. Okay. So, when I click the detail view, now you got the detail view. In the detail view, you can see the data source and data sources and data sets. So, if you want to unhide it, now in the detail view, you can manage it. See, I do not want to hide in the title view. Apply. This is the data sets only. Okay. I am going to the SSRS training. Now, you can see hidden one is shown in the dark one. The same thing it will be shown in the on our laptop also, right. See, you can see it. When I click the title view, I can see only the data sets. I can't see the data source. So that's it. You can even hide them from the users because they don't know anything, right? So just you can hide them, and whatever they want, they will be doing this way. So I'll stop this video.